Hello and welcome back to episode 2, Club 3 of Unknown to World Known. We're back with Marseille, we've made a few signings, and we've been on an incredible run of form. So if you are new to the series, after we've moved to Marseille, please do leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're enjoying the content, let me know what you think we can achieve with Marseille. And also, let me know if you think that perception of what we can do changes after you see this. Following our first game in charge against Lorient, we beat Monaco 1-0. Quite an impressive win. Great goal from Larson that gave us the win. Then we beat Dynamo 3-0 to secure our place at top of the group before a 5-1 win against Strasbourg. And it was absolute domination against them. Then beat Epinal 6-1, but nothing to read into that really. It was a cup game against a team in the third tier, and I mean Le Carver had a really good game, but it was kind of to be expected. We then struggled a little bit against Rodez after the winter break, drawing 3-3 before going through on penalties, but then 3-1 against Toulouse, again never really in doubt. 2-1 win against Le Havre, which again you can see they scored in the 92nd minute. It wasn't really something that we were concerned about. We did then draw 3-3 with Montpellier, which was a very hard-fought match, and unfortunately they got a late goal to equalise in it. Most recently we beat Lorient 2-1 in the 11th round of the Cup after they got a red card in the first half from the same guy who scored their goal. So they will be absolutely thrilled with him. What that means is today we've got Metz in the league and PSG in the Coupe de France quarter-final. So it may be the end of our cup run, but despite that, we're going to give it our best shot. League-wise, we've climbed all the way up to 7th, and we are only 3 points away from Saint Etienne, 4 points away from Monaco, and we've got the game in hand. So potentially, today, we could go 1 point behind Monaco and really be in that battle for the European slots. Lyon, Lille and PSG probably a little bit out of reach for the Champions League spots. But nevertheless, if we can get into Europa League again, then absolutely fine by me, especially considering where they were when we joined. It's been just a fantastic run of form. Yeah, I think we're 11 games unbeaten now and only 2 draws in that time. If we can maintain that throughout the episode, then that'd be absolutely fantastic considering PSG is involved in this. I would expect us to not lose to Metz. PSG will probably lose to, but then it then becomes all about the bounce back against Clermont, which hopefully we'll be fine with. Transfer-wise, we have brought in a couple of people. Adama Real is the first guy, a 19-year-old from Red Star. He's coming with the aim of replacing Milik, who's obviously getting on a bit, and hopefully he hasn't managed to get a goal so far, but hopefully it's going to be coming in the next couple of games or so. We also brought in Praxtes, who's coming from Palmeiras down in Brazil. That's where his whole career has been up to this point. At 24 years of age, he's made the move to Europe with us as a rotation option in midfield. He probably won't be starting every week, but he's a good option for us to have. And finally, we've brought in Meliaro Bogard, who's going to just come in mainly as a centre-back rather than the right-back that he's got the ability to play us. It's more of just adding a bit of depth to our squad with him, because it means, rather than 4 centre-backs, we've got 5, which just gives us that extra little bit of depth should we pick up any injuries. And with that all covered, let's head into the game against Metz. And the lineup for today's game, we've got Jakubek in goal, Lirola, Komar, Balerdi and Cornet as the back 4. Partey in holding midfield with Rongier and Gerson in front. Under on the right, Le Carver on the left, and we're giving Fagir the chance up front. We're mainly thinking we want to save Milik for the game against PSG, and I think if we can navigate PSG, then we've got a high chance of winning the Coupe de France. So we might as well go for it and see if we can pull off a shock. But first of all, let's try and handle Metz and put ourselves further into the continental battle. Lirola with a throw-in early on. It's headed straight back to him, but he gets a chance to cross it, goes a little bit too far and deep. Le Carver collects it though. Gerson back inside to Le Carver, across the box, and it's been put into his own net by Marvin Schultz. We lead 1-0 after 10 minutes, and yeah, fantastic start. It's unlucky from the defender, although also you would say it's one of these where he's got to get something on it, because if he doesn't, then Fag here or Under is. Under with a free kick here. Fag here has been pulled and pushed, and the referee is awarding us a penalty. So a chance to go 2-0 up early on. Who's stepping up for this one? It is going to be Le Carver, one-on-one with the keeper. Scores. We lead 2-0 now, and it's been a fantastic start. Yeah, nothing to complain about. You know, we've just showed up, got 2 early goals, and now I would hope we can just comfortably see out this game. Maybe grab another 2 or 3. You never know. Celia with a throw-in for Metz now. Isco. Oh my, they've got Isco. Cross comes to the far post, and Bellardi heads it away, and then Gerson does the same. Is that actual Isco? Can confirm it's actual Isco. Half time, we're 2-0 up. It's been a comfortable first half. Yeah, we're just going to tell them we're controlling possession, keep it up in the second half. Yeah, we've got nothing to worry about at the moment. Kamara's cleared the ball away from their goal. Bellardi collects it though, plays it short to Thomas. I do this all the time. I did it in the Manchester United save. Called him Thomas rather than Partey. I know his name's Thomas Partey, but it really throws me off for some reason. Le Carver to Gerson, down to Cornet, down the wing, cuts it back to Le Carver, and then he goes all the way back to Bellardi. Thomas, Rongier, Fag here through to Gerson. Great chance, goes for the lob and puts it just over the bar. All over the top, nearly found its way through to Fag here, but then Metz have won it back, and Isco plays it back to Mega and back to Schultz. So Metz now trying to get a bit of control in the possession in this game, perhaps. Isco on the ball, plays it back to Hector. Pelkas to Collie. Ball through. I'm not attempting that name, but he's finished it brilliantly. However, we are getting a VAR check. I thought that looked onside, and I'll be very surprised if it is ruled out. It isn't ruled out. We will have a quick look at how close it was, because to me, that didn't look like a very necessary. That's completely unnecessary of a VAR check, because it was never in doubt. He's very, very clearly onside by quite some distance. Why are we getting a VAR check? Ridiculous. We're going to bring Diaz on for Cornet at left back, and also Braxtes can come on in midfield for Gerson. Long throw has gone into the box. Hector heads it straight back out for a throw in once again. So we're going to see Diaz launch it into the box again. Can he find a man this time? He somehow does. Fakir lays it off to Partey, and it was a shot that hit the post. Questionable defending from the Mets there, though. And now, from the goal kick, the ball comes forward. Partey wins the header down to Under and lays it off to Larola. He is forced back, but now we're able to build again. Komar on the ball here. Forward to Under. He brings it infield. Le Carver to Fagir. Back to Larola. Through to Under. He cuts back, but he can't find the ball back across the box. Komar's going to go and collect the ball before it goes out for a throw-in. Partey to Rongier, and then back to Bellardi, and Diaz to Praxis. Finds Le Carver. Chance to get the ball into the box here. Can he do so? He ends up getting kicked, and Kiki is going to be getting a red card for Metz here. There's been a few of these in recent games. Is this a thing in the French league? When they're losing, do they just kick people and get sent off for no reason? Because that's what it seems to be. And with that, we're going to bring Partey off for Paterli, and then Paterli's going to go into midfield. Rongier will go back into holding midfield. We'll also drop down to balanced and start to pass into space to exploit the extra man. Isco to Mega, and then he goes back to Rosier. Not enjoying the fact that we've got a highlight so late on in the game. A ball through to Schultz has been found here. Back to Isco, through to Kuro, one-on-one with the keeper, and the keeper makes a brilliant save in that one-on-one chance. We need to now make sure we defend the corner, because we don't want to concede a late goal. To the far post, Komar is there and wins the header quite dominantly there. Ball comes back in though. Schultz doesn't manage to get past Fekir, and we've defended that well. And we've seen out a 2-1 win against Metz. It started to look a little bit shaky towards the end, but for the most part, it was quite comfortable, which is absolutely fine. And hopefully, what we'll find, we move into the European slots as it stands. But hopefully now, if we could start to just see those games out a little bit more comfortably, we are going to be absolutely flying. We're on a great unbeaten run, and hopefully now we can pull off a shock against PSG. And just before we go into the PSG game, we do get the draw for the semi-final to see who we would potentially be playing in the next round. There's one Ligue 2 side left in the quarter-final, and we will not be playing them if they qualify for the semi-final. We will play Nice or Lille. So I think if we can get past PSG, Nice and Lille, they're beatable teams. Lille, obviously, a very good team at the moment. They've won the league recently, and they're still competing at the top of the league at the moment. But nevertheless, it's a game that is winnable. And with the form we're on at the moment, anything can happen. And the lineup for the PSG game, we just bring Bogard in at right back and Milik in as the striker, hoping Bogard will give us a bit more defensive solidity down the right-hand side. And then Milik hopefully be able to find the net early on. He seems to be quite good at taking chances and not needing like 3 or 4 attempts. Hopefully he can continue that trend. Early on, Under with a free kick goes all the way through to Donnarumma, and unfortunately we don't manage to cause him any troubles there, really. Donnarumma goes long upfield, and Balerdi wins the header, but indeed he heads it back to us. Under collects it again now, though. Back to Partey. Under, back to Bogard. And then inside to Como. We can see PSG pressing high already. And we need to make sure, as much as possible, they're chasing the ball. Under, back to Bogard. And he goes inside to Rongier. Partey is not dispossessed. It was a poor pass. Hakimi with a ball over the top. Finds Mason Greenwood. 1-on-1. And PSG lead very early on. That was less than ideal, you would say. And it all comes from Thomas Partey giving the ball to Kimmich. He then makes a good tackle here, but it was too late by that point. And the ball in to Greenwood. He's never missing a 1-on-1 like that. And hopefully Milik doesn't if the chance comes to him. But not a good start at all for us there. We're getting a VAR check. It's closer than I expected it to be, but it is onside. Kimmich with a free kick goes deep towards the far post, but Balerdi does well to head it away. Greenwood collects it, runs down the wing. Ndidi back to Marquinhos, and then back to Mendes. Marquinhos again. They're able to take their time at this point, really. Griezmann on the ball here. Ndidi to Greenwood, through to Griezmann. 1-on-1, and it's 2-0. And this is at risk of getting messy, because 2-0 down. I mean, it's nearly half an hour gone, but it's still far from ideal, and it's a little bit too easy for them there. Partey wasn't tracking Griezmann, and that's cost us. Cornet has picked up an injury, so Diaz is going to come on in his place. Now at half-time, as you can see, 2-0. It's been pretty comfortable for PSG, and we look well on our way to our first loss as manager of Marseille. Kimmich with a corner kick here. Ball comes in. Ndidi headers in to make it 3-0. Ndidi's first goal of the season. And yeah, they've showed up, and they've kind of put us to the sword a little bit, and we've not really got a reply to them, unfortunately. Kimmich with another corner now goes to the far post. It's headed away by Milik, but Greenwood's going to collect it as it breaks away. Inside to Paulinho. Ndidi back to Papetti. And then Paulinho. Hakimi on the ball. He heads down the right-hand side of the pitch. Can he get a cross in? He can. Greenwood's in there, but we've dealt with it here. Partey has given it away as he passes it out, though. Griezmann makes it 4. And Partey has once again found himself wanting on a pass out He's gone for a bit more of an ambitious pass this time. But again, it's Partey just trying to get the ball out, doesn't put enough on it, and it results in us conceding our fourth, and it's not been pretty today at all. Bogard with the throw into Komar. Back to Bogard, ball in behind, finds Milik, one-on-one. He does take his chance like I wanted him to. We get one back. It's far too late to me, Nathan. But nevertheless, Milik has got himself on the score sheet. I said I wanted him to take a chance when he got one. I said he had the ability to do so. He's done exactly as I said and wanted, but bit too late. Bogard with another throw in here. Rongier back to Bogard. He goes back to Komar, and then Bogard to Partey. Goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. And Bellardi out to Diaz. Finds a ball through to Lacava, who finds himself one-on-one with the keeper. And we've got a second. We've got a second. There was a bit of a strange moment there where Lacava seemingly left the ball behind and then hooked it back into his path. So he collects the ball here. It's actually Hakimi basically knocks the ball round the keeper for Lacava. So we are going to bring Partey off for Praxedes, and then Rongier will drop into the holding midfield, and Praxedes will become, an advanced playmaker. Mainly because I'm thinking if we're going to have this chance, we don't want Partey just to give it away again. And we are also going to bring Mbula on for under on the right-hand side. Kimmich with a corner here, and Guerri ends any hope of a comeback we had. I was starting to believe, and I made subs thinking we might have a chance. Now we should put Lacava off to rest him. Throw in here for Diaz, launches it towards the box, doesn't get anywhere near anyone of our team. Mane on the ball through to Greenwood, 6-2. And this PSG team's a little bit good. Greenwood, Mane, Griezmann. Mane was on the bench. Hakimi, I know he's there in real life at the moment already, but doesn't change the fact that they're a little bit good. And this could be our big crutch in France. So we lose 6-2 to PSG in the end. Yeah, it's a difficult one to judge because on the one hand, we lost 6-2. On the other hand, it is PSG. It wasn't going to be an easy game. Maybe we made it a bit too open. Maybe next time we've got them in the league in a couple months. Maybe on that occasion we'll try something like the counter-attack rather than, we tried to carry on doing the vertical tiki-taka. Probably left us a bit too open. So I think next time round we'll try something like the counter-attack, and maybe that'll mean if we can tighten it up at the back, we know we can get goals against them. We just need to stop them scoring so many. And maybe we can pull that off with a bit of counter-attacking football. But with that all done and dusted, what we'll do, we'll come back for the second leg of the Europa League second knockout stage. We don't know who that's going to be against at the moment. We'll come back for that, and either Lens or Dijon. Let's have a quick look at where they are, 9th and 15th. Maybe we'll come back for Lens then, since they're a little bit more involved in what we're going to be doing. And then following that, we've got a game against Lille and PSG, the two teams at the top of the league. And at the moment, we're sat in 7th. We're doing quite well. If we can pick up a win against Saint Etienne in the next couple games, they're only a few games away, then we would be going above them. We've also got Nice coming up, so potential for us to throw ourselves above those two, really. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Comment your prediction for those games. What do you think we can do in the Europa League? Obviously, we don't know who we're playing, but let me know if you think we can push ourselves all the way in the Europa League. I think we can get to the latter stages, if nothing else. Subscribe if you are enjoying the content, and thank you very much for watching.